Hey friends, welcome to a day in the life of a working and homeschooling mom of two. Every day looks different, but today we're going to be doing some errands. I had to go drop groceries off at the storage unit, make breakfast for the girls. Had to run to Hobby Lobby so I can get some stuff for a wreath that I had to ship out for a customer. So it is a busy day, and I am taking you along with me. Oh, and we're going to keep the kids fed in the meantime. I love to start my day out with a walk. It gives me a chance to listen to a sermon, and get close to God and be in nature and get my body moving. I've been doing this now for about 3 weeks. Right after my walk, I went out to the storage unit and had to pack up some stuff. As you can see, I got a lot of stuff in the back of that truck and they gotta go. So I packed up everything, and this is all before I woke the girls up to start our day. So I made a quick stop at the storage unit, dropped stuff off. Hey, now y'all don't judge me on what's going on in my storage unit. Leave the judging to Jesus now. Don't judge me. After I left the storage unit, I wanted to get home and get our triple crock situation going. I love this thing. We got this one Christmas. I don't even remember when, but I am literally going to make everything that we eat today, or everything for our dinner today, in this crock pot. But before I get doing that, I want to go ahead and get us some breakfast. So I did wake the girls up. I'm going to get some bacon going for them and some eggs so that, they can have a good start to their day. And I need to get some coffee. I go ahead and I plate up the food for me and the girls, and then I get ready to head out because while they are doing their testing, this week we're doing testing because we're preparing for dual enrollment. So while they're doing that, I'm going to run out quickly to Hobby Lobby so that I can get the things that I need to ship out this week. Now, y'all, while I'm in Hobby Lobby, I got to look at the fall stuff. So I'm in there. I took a little sneak peek. They got all their Christmas stuff out too. I took a little sneak peek at the Christmas stuff, but there were so many people in the store that I didn't feel comfortable to keep recording. But oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. I don't know about y'all, but like I'm addicted to the pink. I'm thinking like pink and black for Christmas. I don't know. I don't know. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, let's go. After that, I go back home. I pick the girls up so we can go to Aldi. Now, I try to take them places with me, even though they don't be wanting to go, because I really think that they need a chance to like socialize as much as possible. So I took them with me because we had to pick up some apples for the apple crisp that we are making today. Plus, I like to make them hop on the little register, do the little scan stuff, so they can learn how to do these things. I feel like it's all a part of the homeschool journey. Like every little opportunity to learn helps. Try not to get this stain on your shirt. So remember earlier I put the crock pot thing out because I wanted to make sure that was set up so we can start our food. Ooh, y'all, look. I just wanted to give you a little preview because it looks so good. So we are starting with our jerk pork. This is going to be for our jerk pork grilled cheese sandwiches. I don't know. I was just feeling for some pork. I don't know why. And like a regular grilled cheese with the tomato soup just wasn't going to cut it for me. So we're going to go ahead and season it up with some onion powder, some garlic powder. I did put some salt on it. But be careful with the salt if you're going to use this orange pepper seasoning. But if you know, you already know. So with the orange pepper, it already has salt in it, but I'm like addicted to this flavor now. It's crazy. I also love to use this jerk pork seasoning from Walmart. Like I use that in just about everything. It's not super spicy, but it is so flavorful. So I always have that around. I only use half the pork loin for this because with this triple crock pot, they're not huge. I think they're like maybe 2.5 quarts or something like that. Don't quote me. I will leave it in the description. So once I season it, I go ahead and drizzle that with some olive oil. And then I cover it with some onions and peppers. Now we're getting into how I did this soup. So I just wanted to show you like a preview of like how, I kind of went through the process, but I am going to break it down for you step by step. So I start with cutting my tomatoes. I usually love a good beefsteak tomato. I think it gives it a good flavor, but I just picked these up at Aldi because that's where we was at. So I picked those up. I only used maybe like 4 tomatoes. That was enough because I also picked up a pack of grape tomatoes to put in there. So in my tomato soup, I like to use some diced onion. Now I do everything pretty chunky for this because, we're gonna blend it down at the end. So I cut up my peppers. Now I did use red, yellow, orange peppers for this. I used those grape tomatoes. I used, I guess these are, what are these? Like tomato on the vine, because they're not Roma tomatoes, but tomatoes on the vine. I used that. I seasoned it up, and then I drizzled that with some extra virgin olive oil too. Now it was looking packed. I didn't think it was going to be able to close, but we did it. It closed. So now we're going to get started now that those are set, we're going to get started on our apples. And I just love how these apples turned out. This apple crisp is so good. We've never made it before. And I'm sure it'll get better the next time we make it, but it was still good. And it went in like a day. Everybody loved it. So we start by peeling our apples. I used, as you saw from what we bought at Aldi, the Cosmic Crisp apples. Now, the recipe that I saw, most of the recipes that I see online are like, you got to use Honeycrisp, but Honeycrisp is like big money and we doing this on a budget. So I went ahead and got the Cosmic Crisp apples, and they, in my opinion, were really good. They were not too tart and they were sweet, and that was all I needed. So I went ahead, seasoned that with some ground nutmeg, some ground cloves. What else did we put in? We put cinnamon in this and a little bit of ground allspice. It was so good, y'all. Now don't forget to make sure you add in your brown sugar, and then we also added in some cornstarch. That's what's going to make it nice and thick at the end because we don't really want it runny. I think it's time to do what? So meals are like a big deal for us, obviously because we need to eat, but also like my girls are very active, especially my oldest daughter. She is always there with me. You'll see like in my dessert videos, it's her adorable little hands that are like helping me make everything so that I can film it all. So food really does bring our family together. And while I'm cooking this, the girls are actually sitting outside doing their schoolwork. Okay, now I gotta clean up my mess, y'all. So as you can see, they're out there, they're with me, they're doing their schoolwork. So we're always together. And I always say, like, my biggest flex is that I have 2 teenage daughters that actually want to spend time with me. And I love that. And I think the homeschooling and working from home has a lot to do with it. So now that they are doing that and the food is going, I'm going to get started on making this wreath so I can ship that out to my customer. Y'all, at this point, I'm trying to get this thing, this package wrapped up and out the door because it is about to rain. By the time I came back from FedEx, this is what we were going through. But I was so glad that I had this tomato soup to come home to. So I went ahead, I added a little bit more seasoning. See, it cooked down. Remember, we thought it wasn't going to be able to close, but it did. So I went ahead, I added some cream cheese just to let that soften up for a little bit while I went ahead and worked on the topping for the apple crisp. So I'm using almond flour, I'm using some quick oats. I go ahead and season it up with the same things that I use for the apples themselves. Go ahead, add in that brown sugar, and you're gonna need at least 1 stick of butter. I'll leave the recipe down below.
Looks good.
Once I went ahead and topped that, then I went ahead and started working on actually blending down the tomatoes. So the cream cheese was softened up at this point. I went ahead, blended it down. This came together so good. I know a lot of times people use heavy cream in their tomato soup, but I didn't have none, so I used what I had, which was cream cheese, and it worked just fine. So we're gonna go ahead and mix that up and put that to stir and get started on the pork. So I wanted to take it out, put it, chop it down into smaller, more manageable chunks so that it would be good for the sandwiches. And then I slid that right back into the sauce. Now to make our sandwich, I used Munster cheese. I really love pepper jack, but they didn't have pepper jack when I went, so Munster was the next best thing. And then I went ahead and added just a little smear of pesto. I am kind of a pesto junkie, so I put that on everything. So added a little bit of that. We added that pork, and this is our jerk pork grilled cheese sandwich. And then we went ahead and baby girl dipped that right in the tomato soup, and she loved it. It was so good. All right, now let's get into this apple crisp. It was so good. The top wasn't as crunchy as I wanted. And I did put a paper towel on top, but I think it was just too much in there, but it was still really good. So we did a couple scoops of that, and it was even better when we added the vanilla ice cream. Oh my gosh, like just listen to baby girl's reaction.
That's really good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so happy.
Thanks for watching.